cristal, c'est l'histoire d'une fille qui trouve pas sa place dans la société.
And ends up, going out onto a winter pond and then falling through the ice. And in fact, the whole show sort of transpires while she's under the ice. She has a vision.
Elle va rentrer dans son subconscient, qui va être une transformation de la réalité.
Allegorically speaking, it's this idea that sometimes to get to sort of the most brilliant parts of ourselves, we have to go to these deep depths and get in touch with the sort of darker, perhaps, side of ourselves, but then bring that up to the light.
It seems like a very natural extension of Cirque du Soleil to bring the performance to ice and to actually take ice disciplines and push them further, as Cirque always does.
Good afternoon to you all. A pleasure to see you for week 3. We're very happy with where we're at, I believe.
Le cirque explore déjà la possibilité de produire un spectacle sur glace depuis au moins une bonne dizaine d'années.
And 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8, puff!
On s'est fait approcher il y a à peu près 1 an pour faire renaître cette idée-là.
1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8, 1.
We just begin office, which is the part that everybody's at their desk. They're crazy, automatic, and they're working so hard, they're getting crazier and crazier.
7, 8, 1.
That's the second rehearsal of that. And we just had 2 hours so far, which is pretty good. So that tells me that I can add a lot of choreography, which is great.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1.
Tu me feras un ré là dessus. Super. Aujourd'hui, on enregistre avec Mathieu Désy. Il joue de la basse électrique et de la contrebasse. Des fois, les logiciels ils ont des super beaux sons, mais ça n'aura jamais justement l'input qu'un instrumentiste peut nous apporter. Dans Cristal, on va dans plein de styles différents de musique pour illustrer les différents univers qu'elle imagine. Donc, pour trouver l'unité de ce show-là, il fallait s'y prendre d'une autre façon. C'est pas dans le style. C'est vraiment quand tu écoutes toute la musique du show que tu vois « Ah, OK, le thème, tu sais, je l'ai entendu. » Ce thème, il revient quelques fois dans le show pour nous rappeler que tout ça, ça se passe pendant qu'il est sous l'eau, dans le fond.
So today we are presenting an acrobatic presentation of where we are right now. The goal of this is to make sure that everybody in the company knows where we are in terms of evolution in the creation of the show.
On vous propose aujourd'hui une dizaine de performances.
Je dirais que c'est encore une version un peu préliminaire, surtout côté acrobatique.
And music, go.
That's our new house.
It's like a real stage. It's not an ice ring anymore, it's a stage.
Yeah. It's getting real.
Welcome to Block 2 and Week 8. As you've seen coming into the building, the set is here, yes. Also, all other technical aspects are up in the air as well, so lighting, video, sound as well. Just one note, we're going 6 days a week, starting this week, all right? So longer hours, longer weeks.
We're going through a lot together. It's a process. We're really pushing along with the numbers and we made a lot of progress.
Oh, nice.
So even though we're on the ice a lot, I feel like every minute is very well spent. Yeah, we're all hanging in there and we're all together. You know, we got a good group here, so it makes things easier.
Right from the beginning, the acrobats started to learn to skate, and the skaters started to learn some acrobatic moves, and from that moment, everybody realized how difficult each other's strengths were and had an amazing respect for one another. So it's been wonderful to see that happen.
My big challenge is to skate now. I need to do juggling on the ice, but it's cool.
Yeah.
C'est facile de faire ce qu'on sait faire. Le plus compliqué, c'est après s'adapter avec tout ce qu'il y a autour, tous les nouveaux éléments. C'est un beau challenge.
There's a number that I do with some of the other girls that's very modern and artistic that I'm obsessed with. So it's like my little chance to show what I can do.
On a un petit jeune qui vient de Mongolie qui s'appelle Oshir qui va faire des équilibres sur chaise à une hauteur assez impressionnante.
I started when I was 9 years old, contortion and handstand. On top, I just hear my breath, also heartbeat. I feel only that, like all the way through, you have to feel the chest, legs, you know, like with your part of your body. If you don't feel, the chair's gonna kick you out.
Savoir que nous, on a poussé un petit peu le bouchon un petit peu plus loin. On a de l'interactivité vidéo, c'est-à-dire que la vidéo qui va réagir avec les skateurs et qui va changer en fonction de ce qu'ils font. Je dirais que l'esthétique, on a essayé d'en créer la nôtre. On est des fois dans quelque chose qui est un petit peu plus vintage, années 60, un petit peu fou, mais des fois on va dans des extrêmes qui sont un peu plus futuristes, avec des lignes, avec des choses un peu plus épurées, parce que il faut savoir que tous les mondes qu'on va traverser à travers ce spectacle, c'est dans sa tête. Et on s'était demandé, sur le travail de la mémoire elle ne réagit pas de manière linéaire, on peut passer d'une chose à l'autre. Donc je dirais que chaque tableau, il a une influence différente.
Shading all the naked parts. We're at the moment in the process where the artists start to learn to do their own makeup.
I have 14 pages of step-by-step makeup I have to learn.
So the biggest challenge for them is to being totally beginners in makeup and to do like a professional type of makeup. So we're showing them everything, like how to hold a brush, how to blend, how to be precise and everything.
Crystallize the world. There you go, guys. There's a little crystal for you.
For a lot of them, it's very new stuff, so they never did that before, especially guys.
C'est vraiment la première fois pour nous qu'on fait ça. Par exemple, là, nos sourcils sont pas égaux.
Never done before.
The makeup is the most stressful part, more than the show.
Things are moving fast. We are almost ready to leave. I think people are pretty excited about moving on to Lafayette, Louisiana. So we'll have all of our tools with us because we're missing a few pieces here due to the building configuration.
I'm someone new in a new place. A sharp tingle, a chill, a smell I've never smelled. Steel, glass, tall, taller. The air is crowded. I am someone else.
On a un show maintenant. À Saint-Roch, on avait peut-être 70% du spectacle parce qu'on n'avait pas le track and trolley qui est le rail qui nous amène d'un endroit à l'autre.
On a eu un enchaînement hier avec public, une super belle générale. Tout le monde était habillé.
Le spectacle, on s'en va dans la tête de notre personnage principal, Cristal, et à ce moment-là, elle va découvrir sa voix intérieure et tout ça va passer à travers l'écriture. Donc, moi, je suis partie de cette idée de trait d'écriture pour voir un peu tous les personnages à travers sa main à elle.
hard work always pays off. To develop something like this on this big of a scale of a show, it takes the 12 to 15 hours. It takes the coming in extra early, getting the warm up, leaving a little bit later just to finish things up. I can't wait to start this tour.
This is the world premiere in Montreal. So everybody is excited, everybody is somehow perhaps nervous in some levels. Since Lafayette, we have been working on the fine-tuning mostly, and also just making sure the performers really are getting comfortable within the parts they portray and the overall scene they play.
I'm so happy about the show. I'm so excited to be here for the world premiere and to see all the work that's been now put in over so many months, and to see it all finally coming together and really gelling and looking so beautiful. I just can't wait.
We're super excited for tonight. I feel like it's been a long time coming for us to get to Montreal since we created the show, and it's going to be really exciting to see the reaction this evening.
Stressé, de la pression, normal. Mais non, ça va, je pense qu'on est prêt. Je pense que ouais, on a bien travaillé, on a travaillé fort ces derniers mois, ces dernières semaines là, et puis on en a remis une couche ces quelques derniers jours pour vraiment que ce soit, en tout cas, on va essayer parfait pour la première.
The public is the best part of the performance because their reaction, it lets you know how you're doing, and I've done my job well if I can make somebody laugh or cry or react in any way, so that's the best part.
I'm incredibly proud and excited to introduce Crystal to Montreal.
A year ago when we were writing it, we had storyboards and scenarios, and I feel like when I see the show now, I see all of those storyboards, I see those first scripts, and that's an amazing feeling to have thought of like a little seed of something and watch it come to life on such huge scale.
We're gonna remember this day for the rest of our lives, and we're spending it together, and I'm really honored to spend it with all of you amazing people.
Everyone, be safe, have fun. This is the beginning of an amazing journey. Thank you all. Merci.
I want to welcome the world of skating and skaters, because this is a brand new world, and it was such a fun time to mix, and not to do a show that we've done like with circus people, but to have a new family. We join together with the acrobat, and I think we opened the door, and I hope people will do more shows like that. And we had a blast, and you guys, you were so good. Yeah. I don't want to do any more shows in my life. This is the end of my career. That's over. I'm done. I'm done.